hoping to be of service and give you some clarity. Okay. The first question, well, first of all, I like to call in my guides and your guides and angels to help me be a clear channel for you. I'm just getting some downloads, okay? So when I get messages from Spirit, my jaw pops as they come through my crown chakra, and then I release them. But your first question was, should you stay with your wife, okay? And so I'll be honest, and I'm sorry to tell you this. Now, the question of whether you should stay with your wife or not is completely up to you. I can't tell you what to do, nor would I. But I will tell you that what I'm seeing is that your wife is very unstable. And I'm really sorry to say this, but and the feeling I get in my body is a lot of anxiety. I feel like she battles with chronic anxiety and feelings of insecurity and just feeling very unstable. She has a lot of emotion that's untethered, sort of off the chain, kind of like where she comes out of nowhere and you don't know what the hell you're gonna deal with in any moment. Okay. I'm an empath, so when I tap into somebody, I feel what they feel, and I feel her energy is very, it's almost like all over the place. She has trouble managing her emotions, and she feels like she's losing her emotions a lot of the time. And I know that you're, it looks like you have children, from what I can see, and everybody is affected by this in a very dramatic way. I feel like she needs help. I feel like she feels like she feels like she's out of control, and she has moments of clarity. And in those moments, she's overwhelmed with anxiety and whatever because of how she's behaved in the past. So it's a vicious cycle. She loses it. She doesn't seem like she can control it. She doesn't feel like she can control it. And then when she comes down from this, whatever outburst, she has a lot of remorse and a lot of sadness. She's very sad sometimes. Oh my God. Woo. Okay. I'm going to take that energy right out of my body. Okay, so the question, and I'll throw cards because I don't want to personally be the one to tell you what to do because, it's about you and your relationship with Spirit. Let me just look, because this is how it works. Everybody has free will. And so if you choose, you can choose whichever direction to go. You can choose to stay or you can choose to go. So if you stay, let me just look. Okay, if you stay, it'll be continuing the drama. And it's a lot to deal with, a lot. And it's very depleting. And I feel like this overwhelming sense of sadness from everybody. Overwhelming. I want to cry right now. Literally. And so everybody suffers. But, okay, I got to get rid of this energy. Woo! Okay, she needs help. She needs help managing this. I feel like, what it looks like is it either her parents or some people that are very close to her. It looks like her parents or older couple. I think it's her parents. If you go, I feel like your children will come with you. And I feel like you'll make your way. You know what I mean? You'll make your way. It won't be immediately all sun and roses, but it'll be stable. And it won't be all the drama. It may be kind of just okay for a minute, but it won't be the drama. So, I feel like you guys will come to a place where you and your kids. I'm assuming you have kids. I'm seeing you with kids. If you don't have kids, I feel like you have kids. Okay, so you'll come to a place of tranquility, and you'll also come to a place of joy again. And it'll take a minute because you know, it's sad that you have to do that. But literally she needs help. And I feel like her parents will help her. I think they might get her into some type of treatment. It may not be inpatient treatment, but some kind of outpatient treatment, or some kind of therapy or something, or maybe even, and I'm not one to promote this at all, but sometimes it's necessary, some sort of medication to really help manage her her instabilities. The medication, though, if she does take that route, will make her kind of flatline. It'll take away anything. So it's sad. I have to be honest, because underneath all that, I feel like she's a good person, and I just feel like she's so struggling. You know, she's just really, really struggling. Okay, and I feel like you guys will be near the water if you leave. I feel like you'll be in a place where you can either see the water or have access to water, the coastline, not just like a lake, but the coast. And it brings you a lot of joy. It clears the energy, the water, the energy of the water clears the energy of your past and the sadness that you've experienced. Okay, the next question I believe was your career and what sort of. Let me do some cards first on your relationship, just to close that question out, because I didn't do any cards. I was just doing my what I see. So let me do that real quick. Okay, this is about Mike and his wife. I wanted to say ex-wife, but that's because that's the energy that I feel is coming. You have a little guilt, by the way, and I want you to try to work on that, because sometimes we have to make the difficult choice in life to save ourselves, and in doing so to save our children. And sometimes it's the hardest choice we'll ever make, but sometimes it is the right choice. And so while I'm not telling you what to do, I'm telling you that sometimes we have to make difficult choices in life, okay? And then you will find love again, and it will be beautiful. It will be a very bright light. I feel like she'll be younger, but she'll be so bright, and so her light will be so bright that she will you'll be back in a space of joy and abundance and gratitude again. And you won't have felt, I feel like you cannot feel that way again because of all the pain and suffering that you've been through, but I'm telling you that that will come. So let me just throw some cards on that. Let me see. I guess I'm going to ask, should you leave your wife? And I will say that if the cards come out more negative, then that would be a yes, or that would be what would be most appropriate given the circumstances. Yeah, so what these cards are saying is that you, and I probably said it the wrong way, but you should definitely leave. This is about moving forward. This is about, I mean, I'm not telling you should definitely leave. Take that back. But this is a card about moving forward your life to get to a place that's better, right? Because it's been bad. So, the next question is about your career. Okay, let me just see if I can see what you're doing. Okay, so I feel like when you disconnect from all this instability and frenetic energy, that you'll get to a place in wherever you go, it'll be a much more vibrant, happy, physical location than where you are now. I feel like wherever you are now is mixed up in all this drama and heartache. But wherever you go will be a brighter, more optimistic, energetically placed, the location. And then you'll find something nearby there that allows you the freedom to sort of work from home. Oh, okay. I don't know if you have anything. I was hearing financial. I don't know if you have, and technical. So I don't know if you have any financial background or like stocks or online trading or something like that. But I see you working from a computer from your home, and it looks like you would have to work odd hours sometimes, but you would have the flexibility to be with your kids and be all that you can be in their lives, and also for your own growth and being able to financially support yourself. It seems like what it looks like is some sort of day trading or stock market, whatever, or some sort of financial / technical, because it has to do with the computer. I see you working on the computer internationally, maybe. I feel like you have a great aptitude for numbers and predictions, being able to predict trends. I feel like you have a very open third eye and you can see what's coming. And you have a way with money. Like, you have the ability to predict trends to make money. So I hope that makes sense for you. And if you've never done something like that, something to think about, because I mean, this whole new thing is a new chapter from start to finish. It's like everything the past, everything you've come through, and it all looks very dark and sad and anxiety producing and depleting, very much so. All that's, I mean, assuming that you decide to go this direction, that chapter will be over. And the new chapter looks bright and full of light and golden light, and it looks like you'll start to feel golden and optimistic again, and that'll attract a lot of money and like a beautiful love. And it looks very promising and very happy. Okay, so okay, and it looks like that you will not have trouble finding a position like this, but once you've got to get out of this low vibrational energy that you're stuck in, because it's very, very difficult to manifest anything positive when you are in a state of depression, which I feel like you have been, and a state of anxiety, which is because of the situation, because you're always kind of on edge because you never know what's going to happen. All right, so, and I feel like she's, well, I don't want to keep going back there because I feel like she's writhing. She just can't get it together, and it's just torture. She'll be okay though, you know, she'll be okay, but it's not so much sort of your, at this point, it's more your responsibility to save yourself and save your kids. I'm sorry to have to tell you that, I really am. But let me give you some cards on the job and just give myself a little validation on what I just said. Because that looks very promising. It's very golden. Oh yeah. Okay, so ask for validation on what I just said. And this is you moving forward into that new space, new light, new energy, new chapter, new life. And this arrow, once it's released, it moves like fire, like, you know, it's quick. So it's not going to be, once you make this decision, you're off, right? And the next card is about making that decision. So that's still all up to you. But the last card, which I'm asking for validation, if the career thing that I said was proper, accurate, this is the money card. This is all about establishing and newly establishing, like starting over and then establishing a really solid financial base. This money card is like you're stable, you're solid, you don't have worries about money, you've made your way so that you feel once again on solid ground financially. Okay, so you know, I know that part of that is sad, but I will tell you that your future looks very bright. You know, it looks very, very, very bright, and it looks full of love and light and laughter and joy, and it looks stable and financially secure and beautiful. Looks like you're overlooking the water. So I'll do one more throw just to close the reading, and I'm really, once again, so sorry that you had to wait. I've just been dealing with a lot of personal stuff, and I didn't want to have my head screwed on wrong when I'm trying to do a reading for you. So last question would be just to reaffirm what I've said and to give him any information that he needs before we close the reading. Okay, I'm hearing that you're going to be so happy, or much happier. in the near future. Oh my God. Okay, so funny. The cards are always so like, okay, the past was this. This was the past. The nightmare of all nightmares. But this card represents the end of all of that drama. This card is the worst that it could get, and it's done. Okay, partly because you're making the decision to walk away from that, okay? But the next card, the next two cards, which are what's coming and what's in the future, is like things are moving forward on the Wheel of Fortune, the fortune being the, word here that's important, the wheel of moving forward into more positive times. And this is the happy family card. So you're moving away from what has been really traumatic and dark to a place of joy and feeling happy again and feeling like solid again and feeling in your light again and feeling relief. And please don't feel guilty, because I'm hearing, this is kind of weird and silly, but it's not your road to hoe, meaning it's not your responsibility to save her, because you can't. And I'm sad about it for you, but it's just, you can't save her. She's in better hands with her parents or this couple I see that are going to take her and help her get some help. You have to save yourself, and you have to save your kids. All right, so I really hope that I gave you some clarity, and I'm really sorry that you had to wait for the reading. And feel free to ask any follow-up questions if you need a little bit more clarity. But I would really appreciate if what I'm telling you today resonates with you and or makes sense with you based on just the questions I had. So thank you so much, and I'm sorry again it took so long. Okay.